It was supposed to be a light-hearted evening on the Graham Norton Show, but the atmosphere turned electric when legendary broadcaster Sir David Attenborough took what many viewers perceived as a thinly veiled jab at Prince Harry. While Harry laughed it off publicly, sources reveal he was left deeply enraged backstage, not merely at Attenborough's remark but at the broader implications, a growing perception that he's become a caricature of his former royal self. Heavily influenced, and some say manipulated, by Meghan Markle's unrelenting Hollywood agenda. Attenborough, known for his gentle yet piercing observations, jokingly quipped during the taping that he missed the old days when princes saved endangered animals instead of endangered interviews. The audience erupted in laughter. Harry, a guest on the same episode promoting an upcoming documentary, forced a smile. But insiders close to the production said the mood quickly shifted. Harry's irritation wasn't about the joke itself, but about how far he had drifted from the public respect he once commanded, a drift that many royal observers and even former palace aides attribute directly to Meghan Markle. It's no secret that Meghan's presence in Harry's life marked a seismic shift in his trajectory. Once admired for his military service and unfiltered authenticity, Harry now finds himself mired in controversies, from the Oprah Winfrey bombshell to the widely criticized Netflix docuseries. In the UK, public opinion has swung sharply. A recent YouGov poll indicates that over 60% of Britons view Meghan as the primary driver behind Harry's estrangement from his family and the monarchy. Even within American circles, once supportive of the couple's freedom narrative, sentiment is cooling. Behind the scenes, BBC executives have allegedly grown wary of involving Harry in major programming after a recent interview spiraled into PR disaster. According to senior producers, Harry was expected to discuss global conservation efforts but instead derailed the segment into a diatribe about press harassment and institutional abandonment. Viewership plummeted mid-broadcast, with complaints pouring in about what some described as a narcissistic pity parade. Critics noted that while Harry claimed to be a victim of media intrusion, he simultaneously promoted his upcoming memoir, a contradiction many found difficult to ignore. Meghan, meanwhile, has doubled down on their media strategy. Her recent push to rebrand as a lifestyle mogul through the relaunch of her blog, The Tig, and her production ventures has raised eyebrows. Royal experts suggest that these moves are not about empowerment but about strategic positioning, exploiting royal ties for maximum commercial gain while scorning the institution that gave her a platform in the first place. It's a paradox that has left many wondering, is Meghan dismantling the very legacy she once married into for fame's sake? Multiple former palace staffers have spoken under condition of anonymity about Meghan's combative approach behind closed doors. One former senior aide noted there was always an agenda. It was clear from early on that she wanted to be the star, not Harry, not the royal family. When things didn't align with her vision, it became war. This has been echoed in various biographies, including Tom Bower's Revenge, which paints Meghan as a calculating figure who alienated long-standing palace allies, demanded scripted PR narratives, and ultimately helped engineer the Sussexes' acrimonious exit from royal life. Even in the US, media outlets once sympathetic to the couple are now cautiously reevaluating. A scathing New York Post editorial earlier this year labeled the duo as self-exiled grifters, calling their constant media complaints a form of monetized victimhood. The editorial ended by urging Harry to reclaim the dignity of his past, a nod to the growing belief that he's a prince adrift, manipulated by someone chasing stardom over substance. All of this came to a head during the Graham Norton Show. Sir David Attenborough's jibe wasn't just a random line, it struck a nerve because it echoed a truth that many have been whispering in diplomatic circles and media boardrooms. Harry is no longer perceived as a royal statesman but as a footnote in Meghan's unfolding Hollywood script. And perhaps that's the real tragedy. A man who once walked behind his mother's coffin with global sympathy now struggles for relevance, alienated from his family and increasingly viewed as a pawn in a broader, more cynical game. As Meghan continues to craft her brand with calculated poise, Harry's anger at Attenborough may reflect something far more painful, a deep, perhaps unspoken regret over the life and legacy he left behind. In the end, David Attenborough didn't humiliate Harry. He merely held up a mirror, one that revealed not just the cracks in a public persona but the deep fracture between royal duty and celebrity ambition. That mirror has become increasingly difficult for Harry to look into, not just because of public scrutiny, but because it reflects the consequences of choices made under Meghan's influence. Where once he was admired for his grit, humility, and dedication to causes like veterans' welfare and African conservation, he now faces accusations of hypocrisy and opportunism. Each public appearance seems to widen the chasm between the prince he once was and the figure he's become, an emissary not of royal tradition but of Hollywood narratives and monetized grievance. Meghan, ever media-savvy, appears undeterred. Her calculated poise during public appearances contrasts starkly with Harry's visible discomfort and defensiveness. While she leans into curated glamour and branded empowerment, Harry often appears caught between two worlds, one built on heritage and duty, the other on image and influence. It's a battle he seems to be losing. Ultimately, Sir David's comment served as a cultural gut check, not cruel but unflinchingly honest. In it lay a warning, especially to Harry: fame is fleeting, but character and legacy endure. And as the Sussex brand teeters between oversaturation and irrelevance, the question lingers: is there still time for Harry to step back from the Hollywood echo chamber and reclaim the dignity he once embodied?